Alright, welcome back to I Maybe Get a Receptionist But Sold Any Boss to Clock Out on Time. Anime Review, episode number 11. We're here reviewing, like in the case last anime just reviewed, the penultimate episode of the season. It may be a trap, but I'll have to keep moving forward. So we pick up pretty much right where the last episode left off, where Silver Sword and Alina basically fall into a hole. We see the bottom. And Leah has landed on top of Jade, and Jade's like, I would like you to continue pinning me. Because he's got a thing for her. Obviously. Yeah. And of course the joke, oh, you want to die? I'm like, Aaliyah, you do know this guy is in love with you. So, then we unveil this mysterious man in black that has been in the background almost this entire season so far. Who is the man in black? And this guy was suspected in the previous episode of being man in black, and this episode reveals, yeah, he is the man in black. The man in black reveals himself to be the Guildmaster. They reveal the reason why in the episode, and it's kind of, you could say that the way he's acted the whole series, that this sounds completely out of character. But in actuality, there's a reason why he's acting this way. Yes, so then he tells to follow them down to this area of the dungeon. So basically, how should I put this? They arrive in the area where his party was killed. One of them happened to be his daughter. Well, his adopted daughter, which they do show a flashback of how they first adopted. And of course, that he basically turned to be an adventurer. And then she ended up basically somehow joining his party. And then she got killed by the dungeon's boss, who just happened to be a dragon. And basically, his goal is to go back in time and prevent her death. Not his party members' deaths, just hers. And he wants to use his power, which can do this, turn back time, except it can't go further than normally. So he has to use the power of a dark god, which I'm not sure which one he took it from. Either was the first one or the second one, I have no idea. So he puts it in his hand, and he uses Die Chronos, where he goes back in time. All he sees is his daughter dying. And then this arm transforms into a giant muscle arm, and Aaliyah tries to kill him because basically he requests her to do it. Then of course basically does it again, and once again he sees his daughter dying. And then he starts going nuts and becoming a dark god with the day symbol in his head. End of the episode. Excuse me. Really good here. It's nice to have the Guildmaster's backstory. Glenn is his name. By the way, Jade suspected in the previous episode, but it's described he basically was a bit naive. I would say that there was kind of a reason why he basically decided not to suspect him. Yeah, it basically was hinted at that could have been him, but you know the reason why? Because the whole thing with Leah. And it turns out that he basically planned for this. Well, not her having the Dia skill. That was by pure coincidence. That was not in his plans. Because basically all he's trying to do was to revive his daughter. That's it. And he keeps failing. But I like the fact we paid this plot thread off, but we're going to have to wrap this up next episode. And, well, if you watch the formal way the series goes, it's like every 4 episodes you gotta fight Dark God, and we're gonna fight Dark God once again. This epic, we just had this back in episode 8. Now, you could think that's the form of the anime. Not necessarily. That's actually the fault of the light novel. So it's not the anime's fault, it's the light novel's fault for that. Yep, so yeah, that's particularly it, particular review. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications. Next up is Dragon Ball Daima, and that'll be the last video for tonight. Okay, next video, bye.